All right, greetings, Capricorns. This is Damien with HK Readings, Healing Culture Tarot. I am here to do your May monthly general reading. It's going to be a love reading, as many of you know who have been with me for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter. Timing is everything. Y'all know that I would generally be done with the May or like any month's readings by like the 4th or something, or the 5th, and it's the 11th, and I still have 3 more signs to go. But as you know, shit's been going on in the world, so I've been taking care of myself, resting, growing stronger, eating right, stretching, creating, whatever, just doing shit. And it's the birthday month, which means, yes, there's just been a lot of energy around that too. So I'm getting it to you when it's meant for you. So May 11th it is. And it's okay, because the last half of the month will be just bonus energy. Probably gonna start y'all's like 4 days, no lie. Now this is my second time having to redo this video, so, and I had to make sure Do Not Disturb was on. But so I have your cards out on the board, and what we decided to go with was the Golden Tarot. Okay, so that's what we pulled from. High Priestess in reverse, 2 of Coins in reverse, the 5 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. And I just gotta say, like, you might feel fucking bamboozled, okay? You might feel like this person just pulled the wool over your eyes and got over with fucking, like, bloody murder when it came to you. Okay? They got away with so much fucking shit. You might be feeling stupid, like, how could I have let this go on? How could I have not seen things sooner? Why was I not paying attention to my intuition as these things were happening? Because you were thrown out of whack. Like, you know, especially, you know, being a Capricorn, having a certain balance in your life between like work and home is important. And let's say that that's what those 2 pentacles are right there, and the 2 of Coins reverse for you. Shit has thrown you out of balance so much, I guess, trying to wrap your head around getting over that energy. Like, because, you know, sometimes we could be fixated on the audacity of a motherfucker. Like, you just can't get out of your head. Like, I cannot believe. So, you know, so to just like completely wrap your head around something else, to not distract, even though these can be escapisms, what you're trying to do, or what you'll want to do, is just live, you know? Just let shit go. I don't know what happened. But it can't stick with you. I know that. So when you're trying to transform and change, it cannot stick with you. It has got to go. Okay? So remember that if you're leaving a situation, Capricorn, physically walking away is one thing. But when you can walk away emotionally, that's what we're really looking out for. Because it's got to be both of those. Because Joe could walk away from something and still think about it, or still have certain triggers, or still respond to future events in a way that is tied to the experiences of this last relationship, right? You can still respond out of that energy. So, what we want to do is, give me a sec, y'all. But what we want to do when we walk away Gotta leave the rest of that shit behind too. That emotional baggage can't stay with you. Okay, and also be aware of lies that are being told about you is another download that I'm getting here. And I can't say they're of the most like malicious nature, but it's in a hating nature, you know, which is enough. But someone who's super butthurt about what you decided to walk away from, what you decided to dismantle, I guess they're mad because they didn't get to do it. They may try to infiltrate circles and get their story out before what they're projecting onto you. Like, they're projecting onto you that you're gonna go out and like, what, tell everyone what the fuck is going on? Like, you're living it. You don't have to be about that shit. So, but then if that's how they think that's the level that they're on, is that they have to act before you do. And you're just removing, again, everything to do with the situation you're removing yourself from. So like, I'm sensing a lot of traps and stuck energy with them. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Five of Coins. We'll take all those. Okay. Five of Coins, Six of Wands, Queen of Coins, Nine of Wands reverse, the Hierophant reverse, Two of Cups reverse, Nine of Coins reverse. Yeah, okay. So you're likely going to have your victory with someone else now. I think many of you have had in mind who you want to move toward. And you're going to let your guard down, let the defenses down, and do that. And that's what it's going to take, I think. Because, again, like when we're talking about walking away with the Eight of Cups, somebody could physically deuce and leave and walk away. But when they also deal with everything that was attached to that situation, and it's not an issue for them anymore, like how that person may have cheated, how that person may have lied. Like, okay, I left you, but I left you. Like, when you do that, you can have your defenses down for another person or the next person, the person you're supposed to be with, you know, for a little bit or a long while. We don't know. You know, these are all like journeys and intermingling paths, and sometimes, you know, you and someone just end up doing that and then that, you know, we don't know. But there's a moment that you're looking to have with someone, which is excellent. And I think bringing all of this up, like these are the lessons that you had to go back and learn to even be able to move forward with this person. So like this past energy could have been like of 6 months ago, of a year ago. Like, it all could have been a while ago. And what you've been dealing with in the meantime is to apply not letting your experiences and what you go through negatively shape anything that could be so beautiful for you in the future or the current moment, you know? Gemini moon, gotta talk with my hands. Yeah, I don't know. It's that thing. But people used to always tell me that I like talk with my hands, and I'm like, no, I don't. What are you talking about? I don't talk with my hands. What the fuck? Yeah, I was so naive to that. But yes, very much a hand talker. Anyways, I'm getting the energy of this bottom row here, so just give me a segundo. Yeah, it's almost if someone made the wrong decision, or they would continuously make the wrong decision. So like if you were feeling like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like how, like we were kind of at in the beginning of the reading, because you probably took this person back a few times. Or entertained it, like wrapped your mind around it, and it's either that energetic tug of war or the actual tug of war of like you letting them back in, energetically or like and physically too. But it just never worked out. This is someone who is like not ready to commit, not very faithful, not very or loyal. Do you think faithful and loyal are the same thing? Like in a relationship? No. I feel as though, if anything, the two have the Venn diagram effect. And there are ways where they can meet right there in the middle. But faithfulness and loyalty are not the same. And they weren't either. They weren't either of the two. But this could also be them not being faithful or loyal to themselves and what Spirit was telling them that they wanted, but they just refused to adhere. The grass was always greener somewhere else, Give me a sec. I'm attempting to get titles for y'all right now. That's deep. Wow, we're just getting like really deep into here. I just realized. Yeah, so let's go back to this past person, I guess, who is just non-committal, or to the relationship and or to themselves, and how they felt to carry this on. Like, you dealt with a lot of hurt and a lot of bullshit, okay? Dealt with a lot of times of, and this is something else, because it read as one thing earlier, and now, as I'm seeing also, just this kind of like maybe repetitious thing, this cycle, with the Five of Coins here and the Six of Wands showing it. It just strikes me as always looking for that victory in the wrong place. This person that it never worked out with, and that was very like in and out, So now that you've gotten like rid of that energy, and you've been just dealing with the feelings of all of that, there's a chance for like new love sprouts, and you've mastered walking away and taking everything you needed and nothing more. Like, no baggage. And it almost makes me, like, I feel it in my heart. Like, this is opening my heart chakra right now. Thank you. Just shy of tears here, guys. But it's so powerful to walk away and instead of like ultimately, because what happens to some people ultimately is every relationship they have there on out is fucking doomed, you know, because of the way that they act, because of the way that they respond, constantly treating it like it was Teresa from fucking 5 years ago, constantly treating it like it was fucking Richard from fucking 3 years ago. It wasn't. But you carry those experiences with you. Whether you're extremely passive to not get anything done, whether you're super aggressive, whether you couldn't trust anybody since that person and just always thought they were here doing this with this person and there, and they had to prove why. Because baggage was held on to. So like, it is so powerful to see that y'all are assessing like something true to your core is like showing you that the only way you're going to get love, that because you want it, you're not running from it anymore, you're not hiding from it anymore, you're not making excuses like I'm good, I'm chilling, I don't need that right now, I'm an essential, whatever. You are saying, no, I want love. And I'm not, and especially if you're already feeling somebody, you're not gonna let anything, especially tied to someone who didn't work with, who wasn't worth your time. They were worth the experience to bring to now, but they really weren't worth shit else, you know? Like, to not let that energy even come close to affecting how they feel about you. Like about whoever they're into. Like that's fucking amazing. So, must be a very special person, A. That y'all are looking towards. But B, yeah, it's just how far you've come in your journey too, though, so you can attract it. Like the change you decided to be in your life attracts someone who's worthy of that energy shift. Because however we are, whenever we are, we're attracting just that energy, whatever that energy is, whatever that frequency is. If I'm optimistic and positive and joyful and jovial, things will happen in my life because there are ups and downs. However, my life will generally be fucking awesome. People who are full of negative affirmations, look at their fucking vidas, look at their lives. So this is a big deal here. This is very pivotal for you. To learn what it's like to, you know, to learn what it's like and to learn what it's about, to free yourself. This is what it feels like. To not be weighed down by experiences, but enlivened, enriched, you know? So, and it just adds to how fierce you are about getting what you want now. You've realized you've been doing it all wrong. You've been operating out of compromised energy. But no longer. Goddess guidance for Capricorn. Beautiful. I love when I get this card, okay? Tamara, guiding children. You're good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. Decided to pull another. Kali. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. So let's go ahead and just place those out. Now with Tamara, this is about your inner healing. That younger you, because anything in the past you were younger, that younger you and as we get wisdom and knowledge and downloads by the second, that less awakened you, or just the learning you, like, because endings and beginnings, we're talking about, like, there's an air of mastery here already, like when it comes to coming to the head of a cycle, right? And one of the things that's involved in that is when you can heal those aspects of your former self that have been wounded. Your former self 5 years ago, your former self 3 months ago, your former self 10 years ago. Or even when you were a literal child, if you have cycles that you have repeated in your love life as a result of things you saw with your parents, But whatever it is, you're healing it now. You're healing those wounds so that you can finally be free from shackles and bondage. And in essence, be unstoppable, because you'd be getting everything that you've wanted with your vision, with your tenacity. But now bringing vulnerability, healing, and love, elements that what people don't expect out of a fucking Capricorn. Well, that's called balance. So maybe they need to meet you because they don't know. Maybe they need to meet you. Put it in your book. I don't know. But and it's funny because when we look at our signs, like, it's easy to look at like the medial traits that don't really fluctuate towards like a positive or negative connotation, but we also focus heavily on the negatives, right? And I know as a Taurus sun, we, along with Capricorns and Virgos here and there, like, but us two out of Earth for sure, it's, we are stubborn and hard-headed, and we're just always just angry, and we just like to work and make money and do, and just, come on. Okay, perfect example though, and I guess we would even say it makes sense too, but if any of y'all have seen like that 70s show memes on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, where they have like a picture of each character, and I am lifted. Medicine was good this morning, if you know what I mean. But it would have like what sign each of them were. So I think Laura Prepon, who played Donna, was Pisces. Foreman was Foreman was the Capricorn, but it was also interchanged with Red, not just Eric. And it was either he was a Taurus or he was a fucking Capricorn. That's where Red was, right? Maybe just an Aquarius, like, yeah, all these. But like, everyone I saw, Red was either a Taurus or a fucking Capricorn. And it's like, that's what y'all think though. That's what y'all think, okay? But we can fucking heal, and we can be fucking vibrant, and yes, we can put a foot up your fucking ass if you want it there. Like, I mean, like, duh. Like, why would we have a problem with that? Like, if you call me right now and say, look, I just need you to put your foot up, I would be like, gladly. Like, we don't have a problem doing that. Like, all right, come here, time to go. But yeah, there's a whole other side to us once we are no longer tied down by negative experiences. So, cheers to healing yourself and allowing the new things to come in that can only, as you had seen, you had to release the 8 of Cups. The news entering because you are making sure of it. No need to doubt. I love you. I will see you for your bonus. Then we'll get into some June readings. And yay. Love you.